What's up, guys? We got a new video for you. We're doing something the same again. We got our new Marin Pine Mountain. It's the first more gravel adventure style bike we have. It's actually categorized as an adventure bike. In the shop, we're pretty much accustomed to doing high-end mountain bikes, so we're broadening, becoming a bigger shop, and part of that has to do with broadening the type of bikes we carry. This is still pretty much mountainy. I'm gonna dive into it, tell you a little bit about it, and go from there. This is an adventure bike. What does that mean? It's a bike that you're able to take for long distances, over cross country long distances, and you're able to put tons of accessories on to camp, do some exploring, and be able to be self-sustaining with just one bike. Typically you're going over like some backwoods trails for lots of miles, camping and stuff. First and foremost, you're probably noticing there's about umpteen billion. That is just above 3 trillion. Umpteen billion is right now. We can't really call them water bottle mounts because you're probably not needing this many water bottles. Yeah, so you basically put all types of different stuff, camping gear, food, water on this bike and be able to go travel long distances. So this is just, you know, a really awesome adventure bike. The frame is actually steel chromoly, so very strong frame. Awesome. Steel bikes are definitely still a very cool commodity to have. I personally have always liked steel frames. So starting in the front, it's got a RockShox 35, 120 millimeters of travel. That's plenty to get you over long distances, but also not too much to make you really slow and hurty. Yeah. It's got Shimano SLX brakes. They're 4-piston up front and then 2-piston in rear. 2-piston in rear, so you get some pretty hard stopping power in the front and then some weight reduction in the rear. Then you just got some FSA headset. Normally I don't point out the headsets, but it says FSA real large right there, so you got to point that out. Then it's got some V tires. We haven't had a whole lot of experience with V tires, V Tire Co. But everything we've heard pretty good, so we're gonna keep it that way. We would like to get some testing on them. They are the Flow Snaps. It's a 29 2.6 front and rear. So the V tire, something I've just noticed, just personal side note, the 2.6 does not look like a 2.6. It looks like a 2.4 or something. It looks very thin. Interesting tire, pretty knobby. Got some big side lugs. Probably similar to a DHF, I'd say. Yeah, so just a sick tire setup, get you going on all types of terrain when you're out there adventuring. You got these nice handlebars, crossbar. Don't get confused with motocross handlebars. These are not motocross bars. They're adventure style bars, so we've come to the conclusion that you're able to throw all types of packs on here for adventuring. Do like an internal counter of how many times I'll say adventure or any form of adventure. In this episode, let me know at the end, comment below how many you think I said, please be nice. Then you got an SLX shifter, side tip. I'm a big fan of Shimano shifters because you can actually pull the trigger. And I just shifted it. It's probably in the wrong gear right now. Big fan of Shimano stuff. Some people don't know it, although it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, that's kind of the front cockpit. Definitely set up for exploring. Going down to the middle of the bike, we got their own in-house Marin seat. It's a little bit wider, probably as wide as a WTB Silverado or something. Pretty cush, probably because you're going to be on this seat a while when you're adventuring. It's got a dropper, so if you do find yourself adventuring and get into some nasty stuff, you can drop your seat down and get on to your next adventure. Then going down to the front of the drivetrain, we've got some FSA grid cranks, just some nice aluminum cranks with a 32 tooth chain ring. So pretty standard chain ring size, 6 setup. Going down to this rear section, SLX cassette, then just a Shimano hub. I didn't mention the brand of the rims because there is no brand, they're just rims. Who's this bike for? Well, the adventurer who's looking to go on a sick adventure and find themselves on said Adventure. This bike is a little on the bigger side. This is a large, and I'm 6'5", so you can see it's probably about 8 feet tall. It is a little bit bigger. I'd probably maybe even lean towards a small on this bike. This is probably a 6-footer or above. Bo, you're 6 foot. Did you ride it? A little tall for Bo. Bo has a 5'11" frame though, with 1 inch or 1 foot legs, or wait, 1 inch legs.
I would say
A couple more side notes. This paint job is absolutely dope. It's some kind of Sedona, little like Native American kind of cutout thing. It looks absolutely wicked. And they've got a lot of nice little details, like they have Marin right here on the, it's not really the seat stay or the chain stay, just kind of in between that, holding it together. One thing we are noticing with Marins is that they aren't necessarily a boutique bike brand, and they aren't the highest end bikes in the world, but they put a lot of quality, time and care into all of their bikes, and that's the brands you guys should be looking for, is brands that really care about their products. And Marin has got the Mountain Movement stamp of approval. So yeah, come in, check it out. It'll be here for a little bit, I'm sure. By a little bit, probably like a week or so. So get it while it's hot. Also, got videos coming out every Tuesday and Friday. We will have some more hauler updates. Right now it's been kind of pouring rain or super dry. So it kind of goes back and forth, but we're getting into kind of that really good building weather. They're doing the parking lot right now. That's gonna be a cool update. About 200 to 500 spaces. We gotta, nail that down. We're just bulldozing trees. Yeah, so we'll get you some more updates out there. But yeah, stay tuned guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.